When did you find this idea? Was it 2 or 3 years ago? Or is it gradually evolving and?
Very recently. I mean, it's all an evolutionary process. Making this album has taught me a lot about what I want to do. Making every album teaches you a lot. I've learned such a lot in the last, being a solo artist. I really have. It's fascinating for me personally, learning about, when I feel as though, the first my making albums with Suede and whatever. I didn't learn as much in making these albums, because you're sort of a little bit on kind of automatic pilot.
And maybe you have to compromise more also?
We don't have to think so much for yourself. That's the thing.
Okay.
When you're in a band, lots of you pay people to do things for you, and you get kind of dragged along by the machinery of being in a band. And being a solo artist, you have to do everything yourself if you want to do it. It's very rewarding in a different sense. It really is.
What is the part you like most? Is it writing the music, writing the lyrics, or what is it? Or the whole package?
Well, you can't sort of break it down into what do I like writing the lyrics? It's like, well, it's a part of the creating, having the vision and creating the whole thing. It's not really, do I like sort of playing the bongos or something like that? It's not really about that. It's about the parts coming together and those moments when you kind of like, okay. I mean, melody. I'm always interested in melody, how that works, and I think that I've got a good ear for melody. That's always been something that I've able to have quite a good command of, and that's interesting for me. Translating my sense of melody from, the way I use words in songs to, wrote a lot of the cello parts on this album. Moments like A Different Place, the melody in that song, I wrote that string line. And that's kind of quite interesting for me, translating my sense of melody from being a songwriter to being more of a musician.
Do you also listen to, melody-wise, to more classical-oriented music to inspire you?
I listen to everything. I listen to anything that's good. I don't just listen to any genre. There's great music within every genre. I listen to some classical music, but I listen to a lot of pop and stuff as well. I listen to sort of like avant-garde music, and I listen to kind of interesting alternative music.
Any new music that you like?
There's a few things I like. I like Midlake. I like Bat for Lashes. There's a few interesting things. I mean, for me, discovering music that's new to you is just as important as discovering the latest hit band.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll discover things that was written 300 years ago, but because it's new to me, it's inspiring.
Yeah. I
don't particularly care whether whoever I'm listening to is hip or being talked about. It doesn't interest me in the slightest. I've recently discovered quite a lot of Talk. The last two Talk albums, Spirit of Eden and Laughing Stock. And I love the kind of, almost like the kind of sense of a band trying to make ambient music. It's really interesting. I think they're beautiful albums.